59. Let me get into the word, and I'm finna go lose it. Hey, hallelujah. 59, chapter 59, the book of Isaiah. I want to end up at verse number 19 and 20 is where I'm headed. But before I can get there, I need to touch this whole book. I need to touch it just in part. I need to touch some different aspects of this chapter. Tell somebody we need to touch it. Let's begin by, and if I can make it past verse 1 without a shout, I'll be all right. Because verse 1 is my shout verse. I mean, 19 is my pass out prostrate verse, but verse 1 is my shout verse. Tells me you need some information for your shout. I am so sick of folks shouting without information. And when they come out to shout, you ask them, what was you hollering about? I don't even know. Tells me I need some information for my shout. Well, let me give you a word that will give you some shouting information. Isaiah 59 verse 1 says, behold, the Lord's hand is not short.
Jeez, man. It's not.
I know you ain't going to catch that.
It's not.
I know. I'll explain it in just a minute. Look at somebody tell them, the Lord's hand is not short. In layman's term, it means that God ain't dealing with a hand that can't reach you. Touch my God's hand can reach out and touch you. His hand is not short, which means, come on, help me, which means he don't have no problem extending his hand to help you. So look at somebody tell them, God's hand ain't short. Now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds because I ain't going to kill myself tonight. You walk out of here feeling fresh as a daisy. Look at somebody tell them, it's my job to help you tonight. Look at somebody tell them, God's hand ain't short. Which also means that he ain't short of stuff in his hands to help your situation. Look at somebody tell them, whatever you need. Y'all ain't saying it like no sanctified anointed people. Look at somebody tell them, whatever you need is in the hands of God. And his hand ain't short, which means he knows how to get it to where you are. Tell me, he will reach out and touch you. I'll never forget as long as I live. I'll never forget one day I was in the back of my mother and father's car. I was in the back seat of the car, and I was acting a fool, a clown. I mean, in the back seat, just acting a plumb fool. And my mom said, boy, sit down, hush, cut it out. I mean, it went on for about 10 minutes. She said, hush, cut it out, sit down, stop doing it. And I said, man, what can she do? She up in the front seat. She can't reach me back here. And I just kept on clowning and tripping and acting a fool. And she said, I ain't going to tell you no more. Cool it, cut it out. And I said, man, come on, what you going to do all the way up in there? And I just kept on doing what I was doing. And it seemed out of nowhere, her arm got long. And she reached back in the middle of my nonsense and caught me with a backhand. And it startled me. Because I was trying to figure out, where did it come from? How did you reach me? I thought I was out of range. But then I discovered that mom's got a range that I didn't understand. Look at somebody tell them, God's got range too. Tell them, your problem ain't so big that God can't reach you. I wish y'all could help me. Tell them, your problem ain't so deep that God can't pull you out of it. Your problem ain't so large that God can't lift it and you and change the confines of your. Tell them, God will reach you wherever you are. Let me hurry up. Look at what he said.